Hey, famous. Do you know John Bon Jovi? Hey! Hey! And tonight, Matthew... Hey! Hey! 1, 2, 3, you're in the room. I'm Paul Stevenson, I'm 52 years old, and I want a job.
Why do you want to work?
That's what we're put on earth to do, to work, to love our family, and then grow old and die. Ba-bum bum. Do you know my mum? She's really good at sex. Good. Hard. Anyway, have I got the job? Hey! Hey! Kaz a broke kettle and just ticked right hard and snapped it.
Paul lives in a small village in rural Northumberland with his kids and his wife Carol.
Oh, Paul.
His mum and dad live just 2 doors down.
Homosexual man alert. No, baby Jesus was born in a porthole.
Yeah? Want to do that?
Hey!
Factory worker. The ideal candidate will be nimble-fingered, with good attention detail.
Yeah, looks good. Looks boring.
Paul worked all his life until he developed full-blown Tourette's 6 years ago. Since then, no one has been willing to give him a job.
Security officers.
I've got a gun.
Both male and female candidates wanted.
Who's going to employ a guy who shouts bomb or... Hey! Mujahideen! Mujahideen! Hey! Hey! Give us a job. Sorry.
Library assistant.
Silence!
To provide face-to-face service to our customers. Funeral director training. Assisting with general housekeeping
Shagging
duties.
the dead.
Maintaining...
Dead!
That's not going to work,
read
is
out.
it?
Bobby Robson, I'm his love child.
In an ideal world, I'd love him to go back to work for the family and for himself.
Mental health, learning disabilities. Oh, I'd do that one well. Hey! Testing! Hey!
It gets him down. I'm still hoping that there's something, you know. It means a lot. It's for his own self-esteem. We'll just have to see, really.
Thing is, I don't feel capable. And when you've not got that confidence, you put yourself at the back of the queue. Hey, I murder cats and kittens. Jesus. Hey, I don't want to work. I do want to work. I'm a tick. Do you know I've got piles as well? Don't go near the bonfire.
Although 300,000 people in Britain have Tourette's, only 10% suffer to the extent Paul does.
Salmonella poisoning. This is the worst party ever.
With extreme involuntary tics,
Oh, shit. Call the fire brigade. Hey, kicked it over.
including violent body jerks and offensive outbursts.
Hitler were good. Oh, shit. Hey!
He will say things that are probably the most inappropriate you could possibly think of.
She's overweight and grossly underpaid.
Some people's faces are like, hey, how do you put up with that? But, I mean, obviously, he doesn't mean it.
Tasty, them burgers, aren't they? Do you know how many baby lions we killed?
We'd been together for 15 years before Paul's Tourette started. Just such a dramatic change from when I first met him. But he's still Paul, and, you know, I wouldn't have it any other way. Well, I'd probably prefer him not to have Tourette's, to be honest, but I wouldn't want to change how he is.
Carol has had to take over the role of breadwinner since Paul's condition took hold.
I've got a 36 double D breast.
He's been a good house husband and he's a good cook. But I mean, that's where he wants to be. You know, he wants to be back in the work and providing for family.
You're going to end up falling out with each other and hurting each other. I've no aspirations to be a millionaire. I'm not asking for the stars in heaven. Leave me alone. I'm just asking to be able to provide for my family. I just want things to go back to how they were, you know. I'll go to work, but bring money in.
Right, boys.
We have a fulfilled life.
What would you say is the absolute worst thing about having Tourette's?
You've got this neurological disorder that disrupts your life, affects your employment. It never seems to go away. I never have any time where I'm not ticking. Fuck off! Bomb! Hey!
Today, Paul is facing a 5-hour trip to London on public transport.
Hey! Allah Akbar! Bollocks! Hey!
He's going to meet a Tourette's specialist for advice on how to improve his chances of work.
I hope I don't come back because I die.
But his tics are far worse when he's in public or in crowds.
I'm not coming back. Right, so can I have a kiss and a hug?
As a safety measure, he'll be travelling with his brother-in-law.
Dave, you fucking ginger cake.
But Carol is still worried about the journey.
Wish me luck. Mujahideen! Sorry. Hey!
It's in public, there's just no escape.
You're going to be a good boy while I'm away?
He has no control, so he needs somebody to be there to make sure that he's safe and that other people know that he's not a threat to anybody else.
Next train to arrive on platform 2 in approximately 8 minutes' time. Subsequently delayed 12:18.
Hey! Hey! Tourette's doesn't take any prisoners. They just come out with anything. Racial slurs. My mind's racing about every potential dangerous situation that my Tourette's might get me into. And Al Qaeda, I've got a bomb, I tick that.
Shut the fuck up!
Wanker. People don't understand. Excuse me, I've got Tourette's syndrome, so if I shout stuff out, hey, hey, hey. Consequences are I get arrested. You smell a pee. Hey, hey, this is the last journey of your life. Worst case scenario, sprayed, tasered, locked up and charged. Hey! We're gonna die. Hey! 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 Shit! Annabelle! Hey! What? Have you got the tickets? Hey! Oh, it's open, thank God for that. Hey!
Shut the fuck up!
Death to the wankers! Hey! Fuck off! And I'm anxious. Wank! Right, I need to get somewhere safe. Hey! Fuck off! Wank! Bloody hell, I nearly spewed then. Hey! Fucking dying, man. Let's get out of here, man. Hey! Taxi for 50p. I wanna go somewhere safe. Hey! Fuck off! Fucking dicks. He's a really bad actor. Fuck the shit, dick. Hey! Hey! Hey!
Paul's travelled to see Davide Martino, a neurologist at King's College Hospital. He's been treating and studying people with Tourette's syndrome for over 10 years.
Shh. Give us a job.
For a long time, Tourette's syndrome has been regarded as a severe mental illness, but in actual fact, Tourette's syndrome and tics are generated by the abnormal development of connections and pathways in the brain which control movements. Hi, Paul. Hi.
Hi.
Good morning.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Hi.
Fucking go. Hey. Hey. Hey.
Paul has a particularly severe form of Tourette's syndrome, and I am very interested in understanding what situations make his tics better and what make his tics worse, as this would be a key to identifying the best job for him. Paul, I wanted to know more about how your tics developed.
Hey. I would say the degree that my condition is today, it started 6 years ago. A very good friend of mine passed away, and I were overwhelmed with emotion, and then the tics and the big movement started at his funeral at the crematorium, and I was sat around making noises like that. Everybody was thinking I was grieving. And then after returning home, it was like an explosion, and not only just the movements, but the loud shouts.
We know that emotional stress may lead to sudden exacerbations of these movements.
Looking back as a child, my parents have mentioned that I had very small motor tics and vocalisations, which I now know was Tourette's.
You have developed this ability to suppress them when you became a young adult, but then this anxiety has had a consequence, a reverse effect, and this ability for some reason got lost. Focusing attention on a skill may make tics better. People feel more relaxed. The combination of this focus of attention on a specific task and the relaxation actually melts down tics very effectively. I mean, there are surgeons who have tics, but when they enter theatre and they are about to start an operation, they are absolutely brilliant in suppressing any type of tic whatsoever, and they're very good at their job. Although Paul's tics cannot be eradicated, I think that it is possible for him to find activities that will help him with his tics, and some of these activities may be used in a professional context and become jobs.
Finding a job where I could focus and be tic-free. It's a great idea, but whether it's achievable or not, I don't know. Maybe a workplace where I'm away from crowds, away from people, because that's when my tics seem to be at the worst. Take me to the moon. What a career option to get a disability. I didn't ask for this, but I'm certainly not letting it beat me, and I'm certainly not sitting down accepting it. Fuck off. Osama bin Laden's been in this taxi.
Despite all his efforts, every job avenue Paul explores is blocked by his Tourette's.
My bra's chafing.
Today, he has an assessment with an occupational psychologist to see if there's anything else he can try. Nancy Doyle specialises in finding the hidden talents in people on the extreme end of the neurological spectrum.
People with neurodiverse conditions like Tourette's tend to have strengths, but a lot of weaknesses as well. And what they've been paying attention to is all those weaknesses. But what I'm going to hopefully do today with Paul is draw out what those strengths are and what those might look like in a career choice.
Paul.
Hiya.
Hi, Nancy.
Nancy. Hi, nice
Come
to meet
on,
you.
Paul.
Hey! Fuck! It's a bit of a mess. Sorry. Hey!
Take a seat, Paul.
Thank you very much. Hey!
So,
You were gorgeous.
thank you very much.
Sorry. Hey, you've got lovely legs. Hey!
Thank you very much. The plan is to go through these cognitive tests, then consider those in relation to work that you might do. The first one we're going to do is block design. This is the picture, and this is how you make the blocks look like the picture. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be testing Paul on a range of skills, and these will include perceptual reasoning, which is how well he can analyse situations visually.
Pretty shit.
It was pretty good, actually. And make sense of patterns. But also verbal skills. In what way are a fly and a tree alike?
A fly and a tree.
Yeah.
Can I just have...
Do you want to just stop and have a little stretch, have a walk about? Yeah. I hope you can...
Hey! Right.
Okay, and I'll do the scoring, and then we'll come back and talk about it in a minute.
Since Paul's diagnosis, all doors to work have been closed for him.
Can I go home?
Nancy's results could hold the key to types of work he could actually excel at.
Okay, so perceptual reasoning, you've got an IQ of 123, which is in the top 6%. Those are really, really strong scores.
Hey.
You know, you've got a higher ability than most to think about shapes, space, where things fit together, and how they work.
I'm pretty creative in visualising things. When my Tourette started, I didn't leave the house for like 3 months. So Carol bought me a little compact camera. I just went out and I got some cracking shots. I can visualise images. So I wondered how that'd fit.
It's not a surprise that you're good at photography or art at all. You know, those are without doubt your outstanding abilities. And there are plenty of ways to make a living from that, actually. He's in the top 6% of the population for his ability to make sense of pictures and shapes, and that really tallies with his interest in photography. But it's a really competitive field, and he needs to go out and see whether or not there's a market out there for his skills. See you later, Paul. Take care. Bye.
Have a safe journey back. Hey, don't get pissed. Sorry. For somebody to actually come out and say things like that, it's pretty good for my self-esteem. Hey, give me more ammunition to succeed. I'm not going to let it go to my head. But it's a good confidence boost.
Up until now, Paul's photography has only been a hobby and a way of calming his tics.
What I enjoy about photography is something I can do pretty much unhindered, with no intrusion from my condition. And at the end of the day, I need it. If you were to ask me my ideal situation, that would be just me and my camera in the middle of nowhere.
So are you sort of at your happiest when you're out here doing this?
Yeah, definitely. A bit of old me back. In an ideal world, I would love to do it as a profession. Hey, cotton picking.
Do you know much about the photographic industry?
No, not at all. I don't know nothing at all.
Paul may have found a natural gift and an activity to ease his tics, but to have a chance of success in such a competitive trade, he needs to send his images out to industry professionals.
It would be good if I could make a living of it. But as to whether other people like my taste and like the fact that, you know, I see things differently, I don't know. And as to whether anybody's going to put their hand in the pocket and give me an income from it, I don't know. Point and shoot,